Okay. I think if I wait a couple of seconds, the orange dot shows up and then I'm actually recording. I think in some of my previous videos I tried doing it a beat too soon. So this is the medium Sudoku. So as what I've done before is I've basically taken this New York Times grid and I've thrown it into this puzzle setting, and then I can solve from the same position. So here we go. Okay. I don't have as many digits to play with, but I'm drawn to the 9 in these columns here. Therefore, there must be a 9 in column 1. It has to be in the middle box. It can't be in the top or the bottom one. It must go on the left, either here or here, but this cell's ruled out by the given 9. That's actually a placed 9. Now that may help later on, we'll see. No, actually, yes it does, because I now have a 9 here and a 9 here. A 9 has to go in box 5 and row 5, but it can't go there, so that actually places that 9. And this 9 and this 9, combined with this 9 looking into the box, will place a 9 here. So I have 3 digits right off the bat. I was not expecting that I would be that lucky right out of the gate. Now, I've got 4 boxes left to fill in box 7. The digits that are not placed are 3, 3, 5, 6, and 8. Now, these cannot be 6 or 8. So this is a 3-5 pair in the box. That means neither of these cells can be 3 or 5. And in fact, this one couldn't be a 3-5 because of the givens. So these ones are a 6 and an 8. Now, that says 1, 6, and 8 are placed here. So these cells cannot be 1, 6, or 8, but they could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, or 9. Right? Well, this one cannot be 2 by the column, 4 by the column, 5 by the column, 3 by the column, or 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. All these digits except 1. That's in fact 7. So that helps a lot, because that means none of these cells are 7. Now, this one cannot be 2, 4, or 9 because it's in the box. So I've now got a 3-5 pair in the box and a 6-8 pair in the box, which means these cells cannot be 3, 5, 6, or 8. The important thing is none of these are 3 or 5. This one additionally cannot be 4. Well, it can't be 4 or 9, actually. So that's a 2. So these two are now a 4-9 pair, but there's a given 4 that tells me the order. Let's see, I've got a 3-5 in column 1. That with the 6, 8, 9 given to us, so I have 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 placed. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 placed tells me these are 1, 4, 7. Now, other than this one not being 4, anything else is still possible, I think. Now, I've got 2 9s in the top rows. 9 has to be in the middle in row 2, but not there or there. That's actually a 9. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have all 9 9s placed. Well, we'll see what that does me. Okay, next I'll look at column 8. I've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 9 placed. That says 3, 5, 6, 7 yet to be placed. This can be any of them. This can't be 3 or 5. This can't be 6. But annoyingly, all the other ones are possible. Alright, let's see. This box... no, this row 4, has nothing else marked in it. Let's try that. 3, 4, 5, 9 are placed. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 yet to go in. This one cannot be 1 or 2. This can be anything. This one can't be 1 or 6. This one I think can be anything, and so can that. Let's see. That did not get me much. Let's try row 5 any better. I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, so these are 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now, this one can't be 5 or 7. This can be anything. This can't be 4. That can't be 4. 2 different ways. Let's see. There's a 2 here and a 2 here. A 2 has to go in the right of box 1. In fact, there's only one space it can go. 2 spaces it can go. They have to be in one of these 2 spots. Let's see, I've got enough 9s, but that's the only digit I have more than one of. I've got one each of 1, 2, 3. No, I got 2 3s here. A 3 has to be in the middle of box 7. But somewhat paradoxically, it can be one of 3 spots. Well, let's see. These cells, 1, 2, 4, 9, so 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one can't be 8, but it can be any of the other digits. Okay, this one can't be 3 or 6. This can be anything. This one can't be 8. This can be anything. Let's see, 4, 7, 2, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9 says the remaining cells in row 8 are 1, 3, 5, and 6. This can be anything. So can that. And annoyingly, so can that. Let's see, row 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 says 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 left to place. Now, this is not 1 or 2. This is not 1 or 6. That can be just about anything. let's see, 3579. So these cells in column 3 are 1 in the even digits, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see, this can be anything. So can that. The only thing this can't be is an 8. Well, it also can't be 6. Well, let's see here. That's not 8. That's not 8. Oh, that's not 7. That's not 7. Let's see. Oh, now try column 6. I've got 1, 3, 6, 9s and already placed, so 2, 4. 5, 7, 8 are not placed. This could be anything. This can't be 5, but it can be anything else. Okay, that's not 1, that's not 1. Let's see, these cells are not 1, 4, or 9, so it can be 2, 3, 5, 6, or 8. Okay, these cells are not 3, 5, or 9. They can be 1, 2. 3 is already in. It could be 4. It can't be 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this cell can be just about anything. This one is the restricted one. It can't be 2 or 4 by the column. Oh, that's not 1. Yeah, if we could eliminate this being a 6, then we'd be able to place a lot more digits, but I don't think I'm quite able to do that just yet. I've got 2 cells left in column 2. They cannot be 1, 2, 4, 9. They could be 3, 5, 6, 7, or 8 in some fashion. This can't be 3. This can't be 5 or 8. That's not 8. That's not 8. Okay, let's see. What have I managed to get here? That's a 6, 7 pair, which means that's not 7, so that's a 4. And that's a problem. Okay. These pencil marks are not right because I've got a repeat digit either here or here. Now, this cell is not 3, 4, 5, or 9. It is not definitively 1 either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already taken. 6, 7, 8. Let's see, this cell here is not 1, 2, 4. It cannot be 1, 2 by the column, 3, 4, 5 by the row, 8 by column, 9 by column, and row, and the box even. So it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, or 9. This is 6 or 7. This one is not 1 through 5 or 8 or 9. Okay, this is also 6 or 7. So, that's not 7. That can't be 6 or 7 because I've established a pair here. Because these two are 6, 7, these 3 are from 1, 2, and 8, and this can't be 2 or 8. This must be 1. So that's not 1. That's not 1. I did not mean to... extraneous digit there. Okay. Well, let's see what that does. That's not 1. That's not 1. That's not 1. Well, let's see. The only boxes I don't have filled are 2 and 3. This can't be 3, 6, or 9, but they could be, just looking at the box only, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, or 8. Now, these cells are going to be very restricted. They can't be 2, 4, 5, or 7. So, that's a 1, 8 pair in that column. This can't be 1 or 8. The 7 already told me it can't be a 7, so that's a 6. That means these are not 6. That's not 6. That's not 6. That's not 6. Okay, these cannot be 1 or 8 because I've got a 1, 8 in the box, which actually tells me that's 2 because an 8 has to be in one of these places. So that's 2. That's now forced to be an 8. What crucially says none of these are 8. Let's see, none of these are 2. Okay, box 3 is about the only thing left that I haven't filled yet. These can't be 4, 8, or 9. They could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Just looking at the box only. Now, This one doesn't eliminate anything except 6. That's definitely not 6. 8, 9, okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Well, that's actually forced, isn't it? Because it can't be 4, 6, 8, or 9. Okay, this one is 3, 5, or 7 because it can't be any of the other digits. It sees 1 and 9 and all the evens. And let's see. That's a 1, 8. These are from 4, 5, 7, so that's not 8. Okay. Why do I have a feeling that I've managed to stop here? Let's see. There's an 8 here and an 8 here. I need to place an 8 on the left side. All that says is one of these cells must be an 8, but that doesn't tell us anything that we don't already know. And I have enough force to fill something. I think I filled my 3s. 2. Okay, a 2 here and a 2 here means a 2 in row 5 has to be one of these spots. Let's see, if this is 2, then that's not 2. If this is 2, then that can't be 2, which crucially says these are not 2. Okay, here's a 3 and here's a 3. So this, one of these two cells has to be a 3. That's the only place it can go on the bottom in these 3 rows. So, crucially, this is either 3 or 8. So it cannot be 2 or 5. Because I put a 3 and an 8 into the corners. Let's see. Here's a 6, and here's a 6. There must be a 6 in the top there. Okay. That means this is down to 6 or 8. So, crucially, this is not 2 or 7. Let's see. I've got enough 9s, but I've only got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 8. Annoyingly, my corner marking can go here, but we've already eliminated. That's a 1, 8 pair, so these are definitely 4, 5, 7. These are definitely 1 and 8. That we know for a fact. Let's see, I've got 4. Okay, 8. Yep, has to be in one of these spots. Well, I wish I could eliminate 7 from this cell, but I don't think I can do that yet. It cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Scan the grid better, Colin. It can't be 6 because it's a 6 in the box. Okay, these are down to 7 and 8. That means no other cell can be 7 or 8. So, crucially, these are not 7. Importantly, that's not 8. Let's see. If these are 7, 8 pair, this can't be 7 or 8, so in fact, that's 6. Which means since this isn't 6, it must be 2. That's the only other digit it can be. So, that's not 2. That's not 2. Which says that's not 2. So this is down to 1 or 6. But I've already placed a 6. So I know for a fact that's 1. None of these other cells can be a 1, but I knew that already. Well, let's see. A 1 here and a 1 here says a 1 has to go in the bottom. But it can't go here because of this one. It can't go here because of that one, respectively. Excuse me. So that's ruled out. That's ruled out. That has to be 1. Okay, that says this is not 1. And if I did my pencil marking right, that has to be a 2 because none of the other cells can be a 2. Well, let's see. This can't be 5. Well, that's irritating. Because I've got a 7, 8 here. I've got a 4, 7, 8 here, but these cells can't be a 4. But that could be just about anything. Let's see. That's not 6. Let's see. This, in fact, is 4 or 8. It can't be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, or 9. This cannot be 1, 2, 3, 6, or 9, or 5. This one could still be 3 candidates. But this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 9, so it could be 5, 7, or 8. Let's see, this is in fact 5 or 7. If this is 7. let's see. If that's 7, then... No, I think the key here is if this is 5, then that's a 3, that's an 8. Remember, that's a 5, that's a 3, that's an 8. That's now forced to be a 7. This is 4, and that's 8. I think that could work. If this is 7, we don't know much more than that, which is moderately annoying. Okay. Let's see, that's not 6. 1, 3, 5, 6, which are still possible. That's not 6 because I just placed 1. Let's see. A 2 and a 2 forces a 2 in one of these spots. I have 3 1s. There's nothing left to place. I just did it with 2s. 3s, I've only got 1. 4, I appear to only have 1. 5, I think I've only got 1. 6, I've only got 1. 7, I've only got 1. I have no 8s. So I've done as much as I can here. These digits are all placed, leaving 1 or 8. If these are 1 and 8, these have to be 4, 5, 7. We don't have any other options. This box, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9 says 4, 7, and 8 left to place. This one, nothing's eliminated. That one, nothing is eliminated. This one is eliminated by a 4, and these two are, in fact, a 7, 8 pair. Okay. Now, here, it sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, this is 4, 8 strictly. That's 4, 7, or 8. This, I believe, is still 5, 7, or 8. Let's see. This must be part of 3 or 8 now. Ah. Okay, well that 1 told me for a long time that wasn't 1. Okay, this is definitely 4 or 7. These are 3, 5, but that doesn't tell us anything that we don't already know. That's 5, 7, or 8. This, oh, it can't be 4 or 8. Or 3. It cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 8, or 9. This is 5 or 7 strictly. Let's see. This is good. We know that's good. This box I need to do a lot of unwinding on. Let's see. This 1, 2, 4, 9. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think we've said this couldn't be 7 yet, have we? Okay, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, also 5, 7, or 8, I think. Yeah. These are 3 and 5. These are 6 and 8. They can't be anything else. These are 3 and 5. That forces these to be 4 and 7. Let's see, this cell could be 3, in fact, still. Or 6 or 7. This one is definitely down to 6 or 7, as is that. Here, this one's 4 or 8. Okay, this one, 3 there and a 3 there. Says a 3 in one of these spots. 2, 1, 9, 4 says 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Because 3's not in. 5, 6, 7, 8 are not in. Okay, none of these cells are 7. No, I can't say that definitively. That's a 7. That's a 7. So these 2 cells are not 7. This one still could be. That's a 7. That's a 7. There's definitely a 7 in one of these cells. But again, that doesn't tell me anything I don't already know. Well, maybe it does. A 7 here and a 7 here puts a 7 in one of these spots. Let's see, 2, 4, 9. I already have 3 digits of, and the only have is an 8. Let's see, this one definitely cannot be 3 or 6. But it could still be 5, 7, or 8. Okay, there's definitely a 7 in this row, which means neither of these are 7. Well, that's irritating. Okay. 3 there and a 3 there says there must be a 3 in one of these spots. Which tells me nothing useful. Let's see. That's a 3 and that's a 3, so one of these is definitely a 3. Okay. See, 6, 8 says these can't be 6 or 8. Okay. 3, 5 says none of these can be 3, 5. 6, 8 says none of these can be 6, 8. 5, 8. Well, I don't have 2 of these, though. But I knew that already. Do I have enough to go on here? Well, Yeah, I hate to basically start fresh, but I almost have to do that. Okay. These two were definitely a 6-7 pair. Whoops. Four, 6, 9 says these are 3, 5, 7, and 8 in some order. This can't be 3. This can't be 3 or 8, so this is definitely 5 or 7. This is definitely 3 or 5 because... No, this might actually be 7. It still could be fiddlesticks. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 6, 9 says these cells 3, 5, 7, 8 in some fashion. That's not 3. That's not 3. That could have been 4, but I didn't put that in. Okay, this can't be 8. Whoops. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 6, 9. So this one could, in fact, be any of 3, 5, 7, or 8. And so can that. All right. What other digits can I place here? An 8's here or here, right? So this is definitely an 8. Hiding somewhere around there. Let's see. This is a 3, 5. These are 4, 7. That's confirmed. This is 3, 6, or 7. It can't be 1, 2, 4, 5. Eight or 9. Okay, this one. A 2 must go here. This cannot be any of the odd digits. Or 8. This one can't be any of the odd digits, or 8 or 6. So this is in fact 2, 4. This is 2, 4, 6 now. Well, wait a minute. If an 8 has to be in one of these cells, but this is strictly down to 1 or 8, I think that means this is forced to be 8. If either of these two cells were an 8, well, I still have to place an 8 somewhere in one of these two cells, and now I have a repeated 8. So this marking tells me that's an 8, which says that's 1. So that's not 1. That's not 1. Okay, these are not 8. Whoops. These are not 8 in some fashion. So in fact, these are 4, 5, 7 tripled. I don't know definitively that I can say for absolute certainty that that's resolved. But I think I'm going to have the same consideration down here with my pencil marks. If this is not a 3, that's a 5, that's a 3, that's a 5. Now, I think that has to be 3. right? Because if this was 5, that's 3, that's 5. That's forced to be not 5. Okay, well, let's see. This is not 8. That's not 8. So this is down to 3, 5, or 6. See, 5, 3, 5, 3 or 6. This could be 3. This is 8. If this is 3, 5, 3, 5, and this is still 8. So whichever digit this is, I think this is forced to be 8, so I'm going to fill that in. So, not 8, which says this can't be 8, but this can't be 8, so that's 7. That's 8. That's 6. That's 8. Okay, that 6 tells me that's 7. That's 6. Okay, that 8 tells me that's a 4. This one can't be 8 or 7, so that's 5. See, that can't be 8 or 7. That's a 4. That's an 8. Let's see. 5, 7, 8 there. I've eliminated an 8, but I haven't eliminated much of anything else. Nope. Annoyingly, that's still not resolved. Let's see. There must be a 1 in the middle of row 2, but it can't go here, so that's a 1. Which crucially says that's not 1. And that's my next breakthrough, because that's a 3-5 pair. This one can't be 3 or 5. This must be 6. Now, which says that's not 6. That's a 3-5 pair, so in fact, this is 1. Well, that can't be 6. Well, I still have this 3-5, which is not resolved. But neither of these cells can be a 5. So that's a 4-7 pair, which means this can't be 4 or 7. That places a 5 in row 2, which thankfully does work. Okay, so that's not 5. Let's see, that's not 7, but I knew that from ages ago. Oh, that's down to 1 cell left. That's a 3. Let's see, that's down to 2 or 4, so this unwinds, that's a 2 because it can't be 4. This is now a 6 because it can't be 2. This is now not 6, but I knew that because of this 6, even though I found it from over here. That 3 tells us, whoops, this 3 in row 2 tells us that's a 7. That's 7. Means we have a problem. Because yeah, if that's 6, well, the problem is that that's not 6. I've got a 3, 4, 7 here. Now, this can't be 3 or 7, so that's 4. It just says that's 7. That 4 tells me that's 7. That's 4. That's now 3 because it can't be 7, but we have a problem in row 2 still. Okay, this is not 6. Let's see, this 7 tells me that's 4, that's 7. This is not 4. Neither is that, neither is that. These are a 5, 7. That says there's a 4 here. 2, 6. That's not 6 or 7. Okay, that's a 3, and I'm still going to have a problem here. Because I've got a 2 there, but I've got to place 5 and 7. 2, 5, and 7, but I don't have enough digits. I don't think. Yeah. Because if these are 5, 7, this isn't. I still have a repeated 3. Boo, hiss, grumble. Well, let's see. I was right instinctively when there was a corner mark that was the same digit as one of 2 possibilities for that cell that I had to fill this. So, let's try filling it from here and see if that helps me. 3, 5, 3. These are down to 5 or 6. So these aren't 5. That's a 4, 7 pair, which implies that's an 8. So that's not 8. Let's see, these are 5 and 7, which means these are down to 3 and 8. That 4 tells me that's 7. That's still 4. That now is not 7. Whoops. That 4 tells me that's 7. That's 4. This is still tracking. That 7 says these are not 7. Oh, 7, 4. I knew that was a 5. So these are not 5. That's forced to be a 3 because it can't be 6. This That's 3. So that's 6, and now we have a same problem. Yeah, that's a 3-6 pair, but I already have 3s in the boxes. So this 6-8 pair down here isn't right either. Oh boy. Well, let's see. Let's assume this is right. So if that 7's correct, then that can't be a 7. That can't be a 7. These are down to 4, 8. But there's an 8 here. That tells me that's 4. That's 8. That's not 4 or 7. That's 5. Neither of these are 5. So this is down to 4 or 7. This is definitely 3, 5, 6 in some fashion. I think I eliminated that 6 prematurely. Yeah, these corner 3s don't do me any good. Okay, if these are 4, 7, that means these cells cannot be 4, 7, so that's not 4. That's not 7, that's not 7. This is varying combinations of 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's not 5. Let's see, this 8 tells me that's a 4. Okay, that 4 tells me that's a 2. That's a 6. 8, 6. That's not 6. So that's a 7. That's a 6. That's a 3. That's not 3, but neither is that. So that reduces to a 5, 7. This is now... None of these can be 5, 7, or 3, in fact. So that can't be 3, so that's actually a 1. That's a 2 because it can't be 3. That's a problem. What do we say? That was a 3. That's now not 3. Or 5. I don't... Yeah, I've got 4 7s. That 6 tells me that's a 3, but that's a problem. I got 4 7. Yeah, that... No, that... Those 3 6s can't be right when I have a 3 or a 6 already. I can't have a 3 6 pair when one of the other digits was placed. I'm reasonably sure that 6 7 is still correct. This 4 7 is right, this 3 5 is right, this 6 8 is right. Now, this can't be 4. That has to be 2. That has to be 6. 8, 6. That's annoying. This can't be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, or 9. This is 3 or 7. Cannot be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 9. This is 3 or 7. Okay, if this is 6, that's 3. Well, I've got a 4, 7 pair here, so that eliminates the 7, but I've already eliminated the 3, so something's wrong here. If this column is right, that has to be a 6. If this is a 4, 7, because that's the only thing that fits with this column, so that's a 4, 7. This is 5, 7, or 8, but it's not 8, so that's 5 or 7, which means this is 5 or 7, but it can't be 5, so let's try going with that 7. That forces that to be 5. That's 7. That's 4. 7. 4. Okay, this is not 2. This is 3, 5, 7 in some fashion. Well, that still means this is 6 because it can't be 7 thanks to the triple. That does track. Now, these cannot be 3, 5, 7, 4, 6, 8, or 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are taken. That leaves this as a 1, 2 pair. So 3, 5, 7. This is 1 or 2, and that's right. Okay, this can't be 8 because there's an 8 there. So 5 or 7, which means neither of these can be 5 or 7, and in fact, the place digit's already told me that. Okay, this is 3, 5, and 6 in some fashion, right? So I know that to be the case. That's a triple and a pair. That's a pair. That's a pair. That's a pair. That's a triple. I only need to clean this up. Okay, this cell. Well, that's a problem because I've got a 1, 2 here, and I've got a 1, 2 pair there. So this is simultaneously 1 or 2, and brackets neither 1 nor 2. So that's a problem. Especially when there's a 1 that's given here. Let's see, if that's a 2 and that's a 2, let's see, that's a 9, that's a 9. We've known that's correct, so that has to be a 9. This is definitely 9. That definitely points this 4 here because of the givens, which definitely points this 2 here because of that. Okay, now, these cells here are somewhere out of 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these cells are not 6. They can't be This cannot be 7. This cannot be 1. This can't be 1. Well, let's see. That's a given 9, right? I don't think I've come up with anything to doubt the 9's placements. Now, what do we say this was? 1, 3, 5, 6, 7? Well, it's not 6 because the place 6, and it's not 7 because the given. This, out of 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, it can't be 1 or 6, but it can be the other digits. This one is definitely not 6. Okay, these three are from 357. This one can't... Oh, great. Well, I'm going to have a second repeated digit here because 124689 says these are 357, but I already have a 357 there. So no matter what digit I throw here, that's a repeat. Which means this is out. Okay, now that one has to be 3. That one has to be 6 in order to fill out the columns. These... This is neither 5 nor 3, and the one digit that's left, so that's a 4. That's an 8. This is none of 3, 5, or 6. That is 7. Well, if these are 3, 5, 7, this is 1, 2, except that you've got the same problem because this cell, now you've got a problem here. Okay, I have really put myself in a pickle here because I've either managed to get this one as a 3, 5, 7, which it can't be, or this one is 1 and 2, simultaneously 1 or 2, but it can't be. Let's see, this 3, 5, 6 is definitely right, and this 3, 5 is definitely right. Let's see, these cells have to be 3, 5, 7 because they're the only things that fit. This has to be 1 or 2 because that's the only things that fit, so... Oh, but that's a given 1. So if that's the case, that's 2, that's 1, I think that's forced. Right? See, that's a 9 and that's a 9, so that's forced to be a 9. That's a 4 and that's a 4, but it can't go there, so that's a 4. Which makes that 2. And we have a problem. The only other thing I can think of is that this is not 9. That's going to unwind the whole grid. See, this is definitely 3, 5, or 6. This is 3 or 5. This cell okay, this is definitely 5 or 7. This is definitely 3 or 8. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 says these cells are also from 3, 5, or 7. Okay, these cells here cannot be 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. They could be 1, 2's already there. It could be 3, 4's already there. It could be 5, 6's already there, 7's already there. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is 1, 3, 5, 6, except this is not 1 or 6. This can still be any of them. Okay, this cell, if we go just by the row, it cannot be 1, 2, 4, 8, or 9, so it could be 3, 5, 6, or 7. Now, it can't be 6. Well, that's a chocolate teapot. This cell cannot be 1, 2, 4, 8, 9. So 3, 5, 6, 7, in fact, and yeah. Okay, this one here cannot be 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. It can be cannot be 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. But 2, 3, 5, or 9 is still possible. Let's see. This cell cannot be 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 by the row, 2 by the column, 6, 7, 8 by the row, 8 also by the column, and 9 by the column. So this is 3, 4, or 5. Now, that's a 4, and that's a 4. Well, that eliminates a 4 into this row, but it can't be there, it can't be here. That's a 4. Which doesn't help with any of the other digits. In fact, that was the only place a 4 could go. The only place a 2 can go in box 9 is right here. Now, let's see. There's a 5 here and a 5 here. That points a 5 in one of these spots and a 3, so this is correct. This is down to 3, 5, 6 because that's the only thing that's left, except that's not 6. Okay, so that's not 6. That forces a 3, 5 pair here. That makes this 7. Which is still not right. Okay, this cannot be 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. This can only be 3, 4, or 5. Because of this 4 and this 4, in fact, that 4 has been given to us the whole time. That is a 4, and that's definitely correct. So, this is now not 1, 4, 6, 7, or 8. This 2 and this 2 forces that to be a 2. It simply cannot be any of the other digits. Now, that's a 3, 5 here. This 5 and this 5 point to a 5 there, and this 3 and this 3 point to a 3, you guessed it, here. Okay, this is still 3, 5, 6 as a triple, because the other digits are spoken for. Now, that's 6, which can't be because of this 6. This is 3 or 5. This is 3 or 5. Yeah, that... Okay, this is definitely not right. Because no matter how I do that, I'm still going to end up with a repeated 7. So this can't be right, which strongly suggests that this isn't. Okay, so if I go back to this position here, this cell is now either a 5 or a 6, right? This is 5 or 6. This is 5 or 6. These two are down to 1 or 8. Right? Because strictly put, these can't be any other digits. Now, this 1 will force, that's an 8. That's a 1. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 says 3, 5, 6, and 8 in some fashion. In some order. This cannot be 3 or 8 because of the givens. This one can't be 3 or 8 because of the givens either. So this is down to 5 or 6. These two, because the 5 and 6 are used in the row, thus cannot be 5 or 6. That 8 tells me that's a 3, which means that's an 8. This 5, which is given, tells me that's a 6. Therefore, that's a 5. That's a 6. Well, that's 6, but this 3, 5 is still not fixed. See, this 3, 5, 6 is still correct. Now, these are not 3 or 5. So this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So these are 7, 9, right? These have to be 7 and 9 because that's that. Now, there's a 9 here, which says this is 7. So that's 7. That forces that to be 9, but I know that's not right. If I go by what's here, well, that means this 9's not in the right position either. Good grief. It's entirely possible that these 9's aren't right. Okay. What do we say? These are down to 5 or 7? So this cannot be 5 or 7 or any of the other digits. That one, in fact, is still 9. That's 6. That's 8. This is 1 or 7, but it can't be, going by the row, this is 1 or 7, but it can't be 7 because I've placed 1, so that's 1. Okay, this 9 tells me that's 7. This is 3 or 5, but definitely not 7. Let's see, if this is 3 and 5, and this is 3 and 5, and this can't be 3 or 5. That's forced to be 6, which means this is not 6. So now I've got a 3, 5 here, which means these can't be 3 or 5. So this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these are now 8, 9. I'm still going to end up with a 9 here. Because if these are 8, 9, they can't be 3, 5. This 9 tells me the 9 goes here, because it can't go here. So, I may still have a deadly pattern of 3, 5, 7 yet to resolve. And I've got this rogue 1 that in fact still has to go here because of these ones. See, there's a 3 here, so this is not 3. See, that's a 3, 5, 7 to fill out that box. That's a 5, 7 to fill out that box. Right, so that box I think is right. This box I think is right. This box I think is right. I think this one's right. These are 3, 5 here, which means neither of these can be 3, 5. Well, let's see. This cannot be 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 9. This is 3, 5, or 7. Well, if these are 3, 5, then neither of these can be 3, 5. Now, see, I still have a problem here that I've got 3 different 3, 5 pairs. Now, that's not right. I'm not sure what I did here. Because this is missing 3, 5. This is missing 3, 5. This now cannot be 3 or 5, and therefore no matter how you unwind this, I'm going to get a repeat here or a repeat somewhere else. I don't know what to do. Because if this 3 is accurate, that's not 3. So that's a 5 or a 7, which means this is not 5 or 7. So that's 6. Let's see. I think I'm still going to have a repeat. This one simply cannot be 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, or 9. That's 3 or 5. Okay, so wife came in, and now we'll try and resume from where we left off. So, I had managed to get myself into an interesting conundrum because a 3-5 pair here, but these cells can't both simultaneously be 7. So, I don't think this is right. I'm not sure that this is right. Now, we know these are 3-5, because they're the only cells left in column 1. Now, that's a 3-5, and that's a 3-5, because it can't be anything else. This digit here is your problem, because it can't be 1 by the column, 2 by the row, 3 or 5 gives me a repeat digit, 4 is already in the row, as is 6, 7, 8, 9. So, in fact, I'm going to have to erase a whole bunch of digits and start all over again. Let's see. This cell is 6, because it can't be anything else. This is 8, because it can't be anything else. These are 3, 5, because they can't be anything else. That's 7, because it can't be anything else. And that 3 and 5 is given to us. Now, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just by what's in the box, 1, 2, 4, 7 taken. I need 3, 4, 6, 8, 9 in some fashion. These can't be 3, 4, and 6 because of what's already in the column. This one can't be 8 because of the given 8. So in fact, that's 9, that's 8. None of these can be 8, 9. Let's see, this one can't be 4 or 6. 6 by the row and 4 by the column. So that's actually a 3. Okay, this is mispencil marked. Because 3 and 4 are taken, but 5 is not. Okay. Now, if this is 3, then that's 5, that's 3. That's 5, that's 6, that's 5. Okay. That's 7, that's 5, that's 7. That's now down to a 3, 5 pair. This 5 tells me that's a 3. That's a 5. That's missing a 1. Okay, these two are down to 2 or 9. Right? Because this cannot be 1. Any of the other digits? Well, that's a 2, 9. Now I have a repeat digit here. Well, this is annoying. So I'm still going to run into a problem. Oh boy. This is painful. Okay. These two are 3 and 7. Not like it matters. I think I'm on my about 4th or 5th different permutation of a repeated digit in box 9. If I erase everything in the middle rows and the bottom rows. Okay, these two cells, assuming everything else is right, are 3 or 7. Because nothing else can go in the column. These cells here cannot be 1, 2, 4, or 9. They still can be 3, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Now, that's not 8. That's not 8. This additionally can't be 7. That's not 3. This can't. The 3, 7 in the box, which means none of the other cells in that box can be a 3 or 7. So this is not 7. This is not 3. So that's a 5, 6. That's a 5, 6. Means this is not 5 or 6. Neither is that. Okay, that's not 7 because of the given 7. It's not 3 because of the given 3. The place 7, and that's not 3 because of the given 3. But this can still be a whole bunch of other things. Let's see. There's a 4 in box 9. These 4s are all given. That forces a 4 here, here, or here. It can't be here or here. That 4 is definitely placed, and I wish there was a way I could point out that no matter what I do, and I could have done it by these 4s as well as these 4s. I have 4 4s pointing into that. That must be a 4. I cannot possibly be any other digit. Now, let's look at row 8. Row 8 has 2, 4, 7, and 8 placed. It's missing 1, 3, 5, 6, and 9. Now, this one cannot be 1 by placement, 6 by column, or 9 by it's given to me. This one can't be 9, but could still be any of the other digits. This one can't be 3 or 6 or 5 or 1. In fact, that's still a 9, no matter how you slice it. So that's not 9. That's not 9. Hey, this is down to 3 or 5. This could be 1, 3, 5, or 6. This is 1, 3, 5, or 6, but not 1 or 3 because I have a placed 1 and 3 already. Okay. 5, 6 in the box says nothing else. Well, that's a problem because I've got 3, 5, 6 pairs in the same box. So no matter how you look at it, I'm going to end up with at least 1 repeat digit and possibly 2. So this is not right. No. Embarrassing. Okay. Let's see. That 4 definitely placed there. Embarrassing that I have to basically start all over again. But I've managed to tangle myself in such a way that I don't know what to do here. Okay, I got 4 4s pointing in here. That's definitely a given 4. A 3 here and a 3 here. 3 is definitely in the middle in box 8 in one of these spots. These 4 cells cannot be 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. They must be from 3, 5, 6, and 8. These can't be 6 or 8 because of the given digits. So these are 3 or 5. That's confirmed. These definitely are not 3 or 5. This is definitely 6 and 8. Okay. That means none of the cells in row 9 can be 6 or 8. So I've got 1, 4, 6, 8 placed. I need 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 left to place. Now, that's not 9. That's not 9. That's not 3 or 5 or 2. Well, let's see. These 6 cells here cannot be 1, 4, 9. They must be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 in some fashion. Now, this cannot be 2, 3, or 6. This can't be 3 or 5. Nor can that. This can't be 2, 3, or 6. That can still be just about anything. Let's see, this one, 1, 2, 4. Oh, that's not 2 because of the given. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is still possible. Not 9, not 7. Not 6 or 3. Not 9. That's not 3 or 6. Okay. That's not 9. That's not 8. Let's see. This is 3, 4, 5, right? So 1, 2. Are we taking 6, 7, 8, 9 or not? Okay. This one, 6 and 8 are landed in the column. This one, and 2 in the box. This one, 1 in the box, 1 in the column, 2 in the column, 9 in the column. This can be just about anything. That can't be 1 or 6. This can be almost anything. That can be almost anything. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6 says these cells are 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 in some order. 7 or 9 like that. That's a 5. That's a 4. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, but this can't be 4 or 5. Annoyingly, it could still be something of 7, 8, or 9. Now, let's see. That's a 9. That's a 9. There must be a 9 in one of these corner middle positions. That's the only digit I can do that in the columns. Now, here, a 9 here and a 9 here. So one of these cells is a 9. This 9 rules this out. This 9 rules this out. This 9 rules this out. So in fact, the only place for 9 is that. So, these are not 9. Additionally, that's not 6. Okay, 2, 3, 6, 9 says 1, 4, 5, 7, 8 left to fill these now. This can't be 1 or 4. This can't be 5 or 7. That's not 8. Let's see, we've said these are 3, 5, which means this can't be 3 or 5. Now, we fill out the rest of box 1. 2, 6, 8, 9 says 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 to fill out just based on what's in the column. Now, this cell cannot be 5. This one can't be 3, 4, or 5. This is a 3, 5, which means nothing else can be 3, 5 in that column, so that's not 5. That's not 3. Let's see, these cells, just based on the row, could be literally any digit other than 9. Now, this one, 2, 3, 4, 5 are in the column. That's not 3. That's not 3, and that can't be 1 either. See, these 2 says one of these is definitely a 2. 4, 8, 9 says 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 to fill out that column. Now, this one can't be 3 or 5. This one can be anything. This one can't be 6. It could be almost anything else. Let's see. These 3 cells cannot be 3, 4, 5, or 9. They could be 1, 2, 6, 7, or 8. This is not 1 or 2. That's not 1. No, that's not 6. Okay. That's not 6. Let's see. 3, 5, 7, 9. So 1. All the rest of the odd digits are done. So 2, 4, 6, 8 are the only ones left. Now, this can't be 6 or 8. This could be anything. This is down to 4 or 8. Any other digits I can place? Not really. I still have a 2 in one of these spots. 589 does this cell, which is the only one that's left. Could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, or 7. Now, can't be 1, 2, or 4. And this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I can't be 2 or 4 or 6. 2 or 6 by the column. 3, 5 already booked. See, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these cells are 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, these aren't 9. Not 6 or 8. Okay. These here cannot be 6, 8, or 9. They could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 now. I don't think anything else is eliminated. It isn't. See, there's a 2 in one of these cells, which means that's not 2. 4, 8, 2 placed. There's 1, 2, 4, 8 placed 6, and all the odd digits left to place. Now, this cannot be 7. That cannot be 7. 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. I think this is still right. Let's see. 3 here and a 3 here. One of these cells is definitely a 3. A 9 here because of these 2 9s. There's a 9 here and a 9 here. That forces a 9 there. Only says that's not 9. Let's see. That 9 and that 9 forces a 9 into one of these 2 spots here, but not there, so that is a 9. Which says that's not 9 and that's not 9. And that could still be 9, actually. That's 7. No, that's not 7. That's not 7. That's not 7. These 2 are 3, 5. So these cannot be 3, 5. 3, 5, and that's 7 eliminates all these other cells. That's now a 2. These are 3, 5. Can't be 2, 3, 5. That's forced to be 9. I haven't definitively ruled this as not 5 yet. It's somewhat irritating. Okay. Let's see. One of these can be 3 or 5. Okay. I have my 2th placed, my 4th placed, my 9th placed. 7 here and a 7 here. Or is this a 7 in the top? Unfortunately, in one of 3 positions. But that's not 9. That's not 9. 2, 4, 8, 9 says 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Still possible, but this given 1 tells me that's not 1. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 in box 9. The only thing I've eliminated in the middle row is the 7. The only thing I've eliminated in the top row is a 1. Are there any other digits I can place? That's a 3, and that's a 3. That still forces a 3 down there. That's a mark the whole grid, but I might have to. 3, 6, 9 says 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 in these cells. Nothing's here. Nothing's eliminated. The only one that's eliminated, that's a 1. It cannot be 1. See, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 says 3, 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Okay, that 8 tells me that's not 8. 1, 3, 5, 6 in some order. That's not 7. That's not 7. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 says 3, 5, 6, 8 in some order. This can't be 3 or 6. This must be 5 or 8. This can be any of 3, 5, 6, or 8. That can be anything but 8. That can only be 3 or 5. Okay, this is 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. Which I've only eliminated 1 of the candidates. That's annoying. Okay. Let's see, that is 6 or 8. It can't be 1 or 4. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. This is indeed 1, 4, or 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, this is 4 or 8. That is only 7 or 8. Let's see here. Three, 5, 6, 7, 8 in row 7. 1 eliminated. 3, 6, 7. only two cells I don't have pencil marked are two in box 3, one of which must be 9. Well, if that's in fact a 9, this can't be 9. So that's a 9. Says this is not 9. Now, the two things I've got pointing in here, you guessed it, a 4 and a 9. It can be literally anything else. Okay, 2, 4, 8, 9 says 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. In some fashion. 7. No one's eliminated. There's a 7. There's a 3. And that's it. Which must be a 7. Okay. This one. 2, 4, 8, 9. It could be 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 7, 9 says 3, 5, 6, and 8 in some order. It's 5 or 8 in some order. Let's see, are there any other corner digits I can place? I've got 3 9s in my leftmost 3 columns, so they're done. 2 I've already placed. Everything else, I've only got 2 of it. Okay, 3s. I still haven't eliminated it. Anything in box 8. That's the only one I have 2 digits of in the middle 3. The right 3, I've got all my 4s and all my 9s, and that's all I get. Okay, top 3 rows, I've got 3 9s and nothing else. Middle 3 rows, I've got 3 9s, 2 3s, and a third one's placed. And nothing else. Here, that 2 and that 2 forces that 2 if that's a 9 and that's a 4. I've got 3 9s, I've got 3 4s. One. Place 1 there. One of these 2 places in box 8. Now, that's 5, that's 3. That's a 5, and that's forced to be a 3. No, that could still. This is 5, these are down to 3 6. That's 5, and that's a 5. That has to be a 3. This now can't be 3 or 5. It must be 6 or 8. But, importantly, that's 5. That's 3. These are down to 1 and 6. Okay, that means none of these can be 1 or 6. Well, they actually still could be. No, that's forced to be a 1. Turn these are not. Whoops, these are not 1. Okay, that's now a 6 because that's forced. That's the only thing left in the box. So none of these are 6. Okay, now I can say none of these are 6. Okay, that's a 1 and that's a 1. Definitely a 1 in one of these spots. Here. That's that. This 5 and this 5 definitely says there's a 5 here. That 3 and that 3. There's definitely a 3 here. Okay. So this is definitely a 3, 5, 7 if we said this was 5 and not 3. Okay, so these can't be 3 or 5. Cell can't be 3 or 5. This cell can't be 5, so that must be 8. That forces that to be 6. Okay, so these can't be 8. So I place it in the column 2, 7, which says 2 and the 7 are used in the column, so I can't have the 7 anywhere else. Oh, then I place an 8. There's a 2 already there, so that's down to 4 or 5. Can't be 1, so that's down to 5 or 6. Oh, well, they're just given 6. Well, that's 5. That's a problem. Okay. Try again later.